So, guys, it's David here, and it is currently day 450. So, I hope you guys are doing well this Sunday, and like always, are doing better than yesterday. So, today I want to remind you guys that you do not have to wait another moment for you to act. You don't need to read another set of books. You don't need to watch another self-improvement video. But rather, your chance to act now is literally in this moment. Because your obsession of searching for the next tool, your obsession for searching for more knowledge is only a symptom of your fear for delaying something you're afraid of. You are avoiding doing something that you may experience failure. And I'm saying this because nobody can know everything before they start. And certainly when somebody feels like they have known everything before they start, it may have just been too late. Because that is just your desire to seek for perfection, that you wish to have all your ducks lined up in one row before you just act. Because you want to avoid the discomfort. You want to avoid the feeling of being inadequate. You want to avoid what it feels like to fail. Perhaps you failed before, or perhaps you just don't want to suck at something. You want to step in the courts. You want to step in the battlefield to present as if you're the best person there. But that simply won't be the case, because most people will search for that perfection. Most people will try and understand, or perhaps just, feed a little bit more knowledge into their head before they start chasing perfection. And yet it's those people who never act because they have paralysis by analysis. And therefore you just have to act, guys. I'm just telling you guys. And the reason I say this because for me, it has been so long since I have coded. And I say that for, it's been like 2 days, but still, it's been tremendously long. And I have this excess fear build up saying that, David, you're shit at coding, right? You're totally shit. You don't know what the heck you're doing. So maybe you should just learn a little bit more. Maybe you should just watch a little bit more videos and just try and do some practice before you start coding, before you start to work on your application. But I didn't. I dived headfirst into something that I was afraid of, something I was avoiding. And when I sat there, I was in discomfort. I had the anxiety, right? My blood was rushing. I wanted to just step back away and say and make up the excuse and say, David, you can't do shit. But I refuse. I refuse because I know by putting myself in this good stress environment that I will eventually come out on top. That I will eventually gain some courage because I made the choice to do something about my inadequacies today. And I do believe, guys, if you suck at something and you want to get better at something, the best way is to practice. The best way is to eat shit, get punched in the face, fall on your ass, and find a way to pull yourself back up. Because that is the first test. And if you find yourself just prostrated down there, right, unable to pull yourself back up, then perhaps this isn't your life. Then perhaps this success or this journey of greatness is not a journey you should walk because you can't even pull yourself back up. And this is one of the most essential traits someone has to have to endure the hardship along their journey. And that is the commitment and courage and believe in themselves. When all odds are against them, when everything seems impossible, when they seem behind, you have to find a way to say, I can do it. And not only that, but you have to walk the walk. Show up. Even though you know shit, even though you feel like you're the smallest person in the room, you still show up and do something about it. Because that is the only way you are going to get noticed. That is the only way that you are going to make some marginal improvements that when you look back at you, in 1 year's time, you'll say, shit, I have changed. And change does not come from sitting in front of a book, reading hours and hours and thinking that you are competent. Change does not happen from watching people become excellent, to watch people live a opulent lifestyle. Success and change for yourself does not come that way. You cannot get to play the game by only spectating. You have to be a participant of the game. That means failing. That means falling back. That means doubting yourself incessantly because you feel like this isn't for you. But you choose to play over and over again. And over time, if you stay committed, if you go fully then commit, like if I had a long time ago, then we would not be having this conversation today. But rather we will be sitting in our jets, we will be driving in our car with some beautiful woman or guy beside you, whatever you prefer. Right? We would not be worrying about money or this old financial limitation bullshit, but rather we'll be free to live where we want, enjoy whatever food we want, party how we want, and most importantly, live like we don't give a shit because we are above. And that is the goal we should all seek for. But that starts by participating. That starts by doing something you are avoiding. Because if you keep on avoiding, then you are only going to stay the same. Because the thing you are avoiding, ironically, is your chance to become successful. But with that being said, guys, I hope you guys had learned something from this. But if not, like always, I'll be here for you guys tomorrow. But until then, good night.